Hello, hello. I am back to help you do this thing called life. So, I have absolutely been praying for you, and I hope that you've been praying for me. And I didn't have to search at all to find out what I was supposed to share with you this morning, tonight. Because this morning, as soon as my eyes popped open, I don't even know if my eyes were open. Anyway, I heard prepare to launch. Prepare to launch. And there is so much in that statement that could be unpacked. Um, First off, my mind went to Peter out on the boat. I want to say it was in Luke 5. I want to say where Jesus had asked Peter to launch out again. He was launching out because Jesus wanted to use the boat to do ministry. And he told him to launch again. This was when they had toiled all night and hadn't caught a thing. But when Jesus commanded him to launch, he launched out. And this time, the catch was so great that the nets began to break and they had to call for their partners. I believe. Now, and Peter just launched. There was no prepare really. I mean, they had washed the nets and everything, so they did have to put the nets out again, but they had already launched when they put the nets out. But the command was to launch, right? But now the Lord is saying, prepare to launch. Prepare to launch. That means this is a preparation period because something is coming, y'all. There is something good. Something good is coming. So I thought about that launch when you launch a ship out, when it goes out from the banks, when it goes out from right along that shoreline or whatever, and you have to launch out. But also, I thought about a rocket launching because I was like, Lord, you're talking about water. You usually talk to me about the air or the birds or whatever. And so then I did think about a rocket launch. There, you have to prepare. I mean, you don't just one day put something on the little thing and say, okay, let's try it. There's a preparation period before the launch happens for a rocket. Then I started thinking even more, and I was like, whoa, well, now launch means so much. You can launch a business, you can launch a book, launch a CD or music project. You can launch just about anything because it is that initial send off. It is that boost. It's moving from where you are, from a stationary, ooh, didn't hear this till now. Ooh, this is good. It is moving from being stationary into actual movement, into going out, into going up, into a release. Okay? That launch is like a release. And so that's really good, the launch part. But hello, prepare. Prepare to launch. So whatever it is that God has been saying, you can only sit so long, right? You can only think about it so long. You can only say one day so long. There comes a time when you have to prepare. Preparation goes beyond talking. Preparation involves doing. It involves doing the footwork, that's dancing, leg work, that's making the calls, that's getting in. Prepare. Writing down, what am I doing? What am I doing? Prepare. Whatever your preparation looks like, you need to take some time and think about the steps before launch. The steps before launch. Don't just, okay, he said do it, let me do it. No. No, no. There's a preparation period. Um, and so even Jesus, there was a launch into ministry, I believe. You know, he was going around. He was even getting his disciples before the first miracle, right? Um, because I believe he was teaching them some things all along up until the time he died. He was teaching them. There was preparation for them. You know, he had spent all these years that are unchronicled, from like, what was it? From he was 12 up until 30, those 18 years. We don't know a lot about, we don't know what was happening, but he was being prepared, cuz God doesn't just throw us out there. Okay? It may feel like honey, look, it may feel like we're being thrown out there because you're like, Jesus, what you doing? But no, he's been preparing you. So he's been preparing us. But now there's a time for us to prepare. It's time for us to prepare to launch. It's time for us to move out into the deep. It's time for us to get ready to go higher. It's time for us to go abroad. It's time. It's time. So, they get that T minus 5 minutes, T minus 2 minutes and counting. Okay, I don't know how many minutes you got. I don't know how many days you got. I don't know if you got months. All I know is we're in the T minus whatever and counting. You need to prepare to launch. This has been One Moment with Marcy. I will be back tomorrow with another moment of momentum producing inspiration. Until then, stay encouraged. And remember, you gotta flutter before you can fly, or you gotta prepare before you can launch. But flying and launching are both in your future. I love y'all. And it's not going off.